Brandon Flowers, hi. Welcome back.
Thank you. Is Boyd the Incubus Brandon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different Brandon.
A lot of Brandons. Brendans. Welcome back. You celebrated my birthday with me, and that was very, very nice.
It was nice.
Yeah.
From afar.
From afar, yes. So how's the tour going? You guys are almost done with this tour. How has it been? I'm not going to say post-COVID, but post-lockdown. How's it been?
Yeah, we're this North American run. It's crazy. It's like a whirlwind. You look at it and you're like, okay, we got 32 nights, and we've already done 20, and I feel like we just started, and so it's been nice. Every show, it feels like it's better than the last time we were in that town. It feels like it's bigger and better, and that's all that I could ask for. I mean, it's just people keep filling the seats, and we're having a ball on stage, so that's good. It's a good combo.
How do you keep up the energy? Do you get a good night's sleep when you're on tour? I don't think you're a big partier. You're not. I know you're not. So I know you don't go out and booze until 3 a.m. or so.
Right.
Do you get a good night's sleep where you are?
I try to get a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
I take fat burners. I've never told anyone this. I take these fat burners before I go on stage.
Do you really?
I do.
I mean, you are very slender. Can you share what fat burner it is?
I'm not trying to burn fat. I'm exploiting the ingredients.
I need to know what these fat burners are.
I don't know. I'd have to find the bottle. Which is
okay.
I just got guys. I got guys that just leave me a couple on the wardrobe case.
Good Lord, Brandon! Oh my God! What the heck are you taking?
It's just stuff you can probably buy it at Walgreens or something.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sounds good. I hope so. I hope it's not anything crazy or bad. What will you do when this tour is over? You'll head home to, who knows where you live? I know
Utah.
You live in Utah. You'll head home to Utah and just. Is it just dad when you're at home?
I'll get sick after a tour. I'll get sick. My body knows that I got to work, and then when it's over, I'll get sick for a couple of days and and pass out for a little bit, and then I just go straight to father mode.
Yeah. Are you the big deal in town, or are you just dad? Are you just dad?
To my kids, I'm just dad, but I don't know if I'm the big deal in town.
I mean, does Brandon Flowers help around the house? Do you take out the trash?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
That's good to know. Okay, so, because I'm always I'm Madison. I shouldn't have to take out the trash. But if Brandon Flowers of the Killers is taking out the trash, then I guess I got to do it.
We should we should take out the trash.
Okay. Let's play the most recent song, which I'm obsessed with. And you know what? It was number 1. I know you don't care about this because you're a big star. It was number 1 on our countdown for 4 weeks in a row.
No, I heard that.
Did you know that?
We did a tweet.
Oh, you
did?
A
specific tweet about that. We were surprised to hear that and pleasantly surprised.
Surprised. It's a banger. I love it so much, and it gives me chills and it makes me cry. And I wanna talk about the White Arrows really quick before we play the song, Boy. I know what your white arrows are because I read about it. What are your white arrows?
White arrows in my life, for me, I think when I was younger, it was songs and the stage, and then as I've gotten older, it's my children and my wife and these things that are that improve my life and blast away the black is the best way to put it.
Yeah,
'cause I think we all have
nice.
a darkness. We all have a darkness, or that tendency or that capability of tapping into that. I've always been told to look for these other things in our, whether it was in a church setting when I was a kid, whether it was to look for, God's hand in my life or whatever it was. And so this is another, a more secular way of looking at it, I guess, is to look at these white arrows in your life.
I love it. Well, let's play the song. I was trying to think of my white arrows, but I'm so negative. It's hard to.
You got a couple. Come on.
I know. I have a daughter and a husband and dogs and a roof over my head. So I guess those are, white arrows. So let's hear it. Let's play it. And I hope this song is indicative of what's to come. I don't know if there's anything in the pipeline, but I just love this song so much. Here's Boy On Alt Nation, I'm hanging out with Brandon Flowers, my BFF. And I'm Madison, and I'm here with Brandon Flowers. Have you guys been a band for 20 years now?
Yeah, maybe longer. What? I was 20 years old.
Wow.
When I met Dave, so when we would play in bars, I had a fake ID.
Yeah.
And I wasn't 21, and I'm 41, so it's been 21 years.
Oh, my gosh.
I've been in the Killers longer than I haven't been in the Killers, which is wild.
That's amazing. Can I ask you a quick question? I've never talked about this with you, but I want to ask you this because Dan Reynolds from Imagine Dragons was just on the Stern Show, and he was talking about growing up Mormon and his mission. I never asked you, did you do a mission?
I didn't go. No, my brother went, and it's up to you when you get to that point. Some people don't feel like it is, which I feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
But you can decide for yourself.
Oh, wow.
And so I say that same year when I was supposed to go, I bought Hunky Dory by David Bowie, and it took me in another direction. I got so upset. It was the first, for some reason, Hunky Dory made me want to do it. Whereas, up to that point, the Smiths, the New Order, and all this other stuff that I've been listening to, I just loved it, and I adored them, and I admired them, but there was something about that record that was like, I want to do it, and so I started stealing from David Bowie, and I did not go on a mission.
I'm very interested in all of that,
but I'm still allowed to go to church and everything. It's not.
Yeah. No, I was really fascinated by what he was saying about because I was thinking if a Brandon Flowers knocked on my door, I would invite you in. First of all, you're adorable. I'd invite you in. And he was saying to Howard Stern, he was saying, even if you say, no, I'm not interested, he said, I have to say, how can I be of service to you? He had to clean out a barn. And I just loved that story.
Yeah.
He's a really nice guy. I don't know if you are.
I don't know. I know his brother.
Yeah, one of his brothers.
He's got like 18
I know he has
brothers,
several.
but I know a couple of them.
Oh, that's so interesting. I always wanted to ask you that. I was like, should I ask him? Is that allowed?
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
My brother went. I have nephews. Some of them have gone. Some of them haven't gone. Friends, some go, some don't go. It's just like it's not required.
Right. You could have seen some cool places, maybe, but I think in all your years of touring, you've probably seen some really great countries and cities.
Right.
What's a Brandon Flowers favorite country? What's one that really stands out to you aside from the UK? I know you love the UK because every Killers album has gone to #1.
That's true. We're spoiled, but every time we go to Australia, it is summertime over there or spring or something, and we've always had great trips over there. New Zealand and Australia are places we definitely look forward to going to.
I know, and you're headed there.
For Ronnie
I see.
too. I know Ronnie's not here, but I know that those are also on his list.
Do you ever hang out with a koala bear when you're in Australia?
No.
You haven't done that yet?
They don't like that we call them bears. They're just koalas.
What? You've asked the koala this? I don't understand what you're saying. They understand?
I would, if I was talking to my kids, I would probably say koala bear too still, but I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying to fix this.
Where have you learned this information?
Just Google it after this interview.
No, I don't like it. Fine, whatever. I want you on your next trip, and I know it's coming up. I want you to go pet a koala. What should we play, Brandon? Should we play my favorite Killer song? You know what it is.
Sure. We've been playing it more. There was a while where we didn't play it, and we've been adding it back to the set, and it's going down. It's going down a storm.
Well, we're going to play it because it's my introduction to the Killers, and it's why I love you guys so much. It's Jenny Was a Friend of Mine from the first album, Hot Fuzz. And then I'm going to follow it up with a Smiths song, and I want to talk to you about Johnny Marr. And I know you and I love the Smiths. We could probably chat about the Smiths, and I have a very specific question about the Smiths and Morrissey when we come back. But here's Jenny Was a Friend of Mine. It's Brandon Flowers of the Killers, legend here on Alt Nation. Brandon Flowers. So we played the Smiths. I know you love the Smiths. I read an article I had never read from 2004. You were working, it was in Spin Magazine. I didn't love the interviewer. I thought she was a little aggressive with you. You probably don't remember.
I wasn't ready to be. In 2004, I had no business being interviewed.
No, I thought she was kind of aggressive. I never would have, like, point blank been like, are you a Mormon or an ex-Mormon? Like, who asks that? I don't know. Okay. I thought it was kind of aggressive. But
what did I say? Did I own up to being a Mormon?
Yeah, you were like, I'm a Mormon.
All right, good.
Like, what? I'm like, who does that? Like, somebody's going to interview me and be like, are you a Jew or an ex-Jew? Do you go to temple? What's your deal? I don't know. I was offended by it, but it was a different time, I guess. You said some things that cracked me up that I can't go into on the air.
Okay.
But you did tell a story, and I never knew this, and you owned up to it. You were a bellhop, a bellman. What do you call it?
Bellman.
Bellhop. You were a bellman at a
I was
place.
A bellboy at that time, probably.
A bellboy.
Yeah.
And Boz Borer.
Yeah.
Who plays with Morrissey, had you watch his bag.
Yeah.
And you went into that bag.
This is true.
Tell the people what you did.
All right, so Boz Borer he's a long-time touring musician with Morrissey and collaborator. So when Johnny Marr and the Smiths, when that was gone, Morrissey had a couple of great guitar players post-Smiths that are Alan White and Boz Borer, like wrote some amazing songs with him. And I was a big Morrissey fan, obviously, and so I knew there was a rockabilly convention in Vegas, and Boz Borer's heavily into that scene, and he comes to the convention outside of being on tour with Morrissey, and he checks his bag. He doesn't know who he's giving his bags to. He has no idea that it's the sick, a fanatic, and I'm trying to keep my composure, and I went through his stuff.
You're terrible.
And there was a CD, and it just said the album, and I knew that it was like vague enough that this is probably a Morrissey album, and I listened to it.
Where did you listen to it?
There was a break room, and we got a CD player out, and I was trying to have someone come and burn it. And I kept it where it was supposed to be, but he can't. One of my buddies was driving over, and we were going to try to burn it, and he came back and retrieved his bags before that could happen. But I did. But you did hear
some music.
Yeah, so I think it would have been stuff that went on "You Are the Quarry" or something like that.
Right.
Around
That's
there,
right.
So, or maybe a little bit. What if there was one before then, or it would have been early phases of that record?
That's insane. How did this even come up? Did you reveal this somewhere?
I just in an interview, maybe. I talked about it in an interview, probably.
That's insane.
It sounds crazier now that I'm not saying it back. But when you're a fan like that, there's something about being a Smiths or Morrissey fan that it's extra. That I don't know why we get like that. I'm not like that anymore. But there was something that made you a little bit extra. Like when I saw him for the first time, I was 16. It was Halloween. I became something different than I'd ever been when he walked on stage. I was so intense and so a part of that experience and being in the crowd. I don't think I've ever felt like that before.
His voice is probably my favorite singing voice, and it's so velvety and buttery and beautiful, and I discovered them when I was 15 years old. Mm-hmm. And this guy, Dave Donahue, introduced me to the Smiths, and I was like, what even is this? And it was the last album, and then I went backwards. And I think I've only seen him once. Didn't you guys open for Morrissey?
Mm-hmm.
You did? Well, how was that?
2 times. But, the closest we got to him was, passing him on the stairs. And that was enough for me, though. Yeah, that was enough.
Yeah. Well, I know that. Is Johnny Marr touring with you?
Yes.
That's my.
So
that's
this whole North American tour, and you want some cool stories?
I do. Let's play a song, and we'll come back.
Okay, which song?
Can we do that? What should we play?
Well, you just played "Jenny Was a Friend of Mine." We took the bass line from a Smith song.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's called "Rush Home Ruffians." I think.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you know what? We've been talking about Morrissey and the Smiths. I know we played them already, Brandon, but you and I are such big fans. Here's "You Just Haven't Earned It Yet, Baby," from the Smiths. How was that? Did I sing that well?
Yeah, it was like he was here.
Horse Killers are almost done with their North American tour. You said before we broke that you had some Johnny Marr stories. I just have one. I met him one time, interviewed him, and he smelled amazing. And that made me really happy.
I can't speak to that. I've been close, but I don't remember the scent.
Oh, it was really good. And I told him, and he told me what cologne it was. But I was pleased because there was another 80s new wave guy that I interviewed who smelled awful. I'll tell you that off air. But what's your Johnny Marr story?
Well, we did this Charming Man with him at Glastonbury. I think it was 2019. And then he, we asked if he wanted to do this North American tour with us, and he's doing it. He's doing every night. And so every night he comes up and we do a Smith song. So we've learned six or seven different Smith songs. But we did What She Said, and we're sitting there rehearsing, and it's like this punk Smith song. And we did one rehearsal, and he looked over and he said, "I haven't done that since '85." And you forget, like, he's these songs that he didn't get to. They never got to, they broke up so quickly. They just burned. And then we did Strange Ways. Or no, from Strange Ways we did Stop Me.
Yes.
And they broke up before they toured Strange Ways. So we're doing Stop Me. If you think you've heard this one before, and he's like, I didn't play this song. I didn't get to play it, on tour.
I'm about to cry.
So it was amazing, like being up there and doing these songs with him, and he's right. He's so iconic and he's so talented, and you're doing these beautiful, these perfectly written songs and amazing songs, and to be able to do that's been great. And we did. What else did we do? We'll do this Charming Man every now and then. We do. Oh my gosh, There's a Light That Never Goes Out. So
amazing. That's my second favorite Smith song.
Yeah. What's your first?
Girlfriend in a Coma.
Oh, okay. We haven't done.
That's a very weird selection for me.
It's good though.
There's something about it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Smith song?
Probably Still Ill.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so if they do get back together, which won't happen, Brandon, can I be your guest? Can we go together?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, sure. Do you guys see yourselves like touring it as a band in like 20, 30 years? What do you think? You think you have like the stamina of the Stones?
When you put it like that, it sounds like if I'm man enough.
That's not what I meant. I mean, they just don't
Yes,
stop.
I can. Yes, I will. To some extent, it's become equal parts. The touring and the record making, it's a part of our identity now. And it sounds nice to just go in the studio and make records, and that would be nice. But there's something special about the connection and the community that we have, been able to be a part of, and I think I would miss that. So I think there'll be some version of that. I don't know if it's 30 years, I don't know, 20 years for sure.
Well, you'll still be a young enough man, I think. So when you go home and you spend a few months at home, do you start to get an itch? Do you have to do you have a studio in your house or near your house, or you just call up Ronnie and say, "It's time, I have some songs"?
I have a piano in the house.
Oh, I've seen you at your piano on my birthday Zoom.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have a studio. I'm not a gadget. I don't like gadgets. They say it takes you out of it a little bit if you know too much about the knobs and all of that. I just want to put it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I go to the studio. There's a studio in Provo, about 45 minutes south of where I live. And I'll go there, get a guy, and lay down ideas.
I love it. And is Ronnie in Vegas?
Ronnie is sometimes near me in Utah and sometimes in California.
Yeah. We're going to close it out with a band from the aughts. They're huge in the UK, not so much in the States. Brandon has chosen the Libertines, so that's what we're going to play. And then, Brandon, I'm going to follow it up with Imploding the Mirage.
Whoa.
Because I really like that one.
Weird.
I feel it should have been released as a single. And the next time we chat, whenever that is, I'm going to give you your set list that I think you should use on your tours. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your tour, and good luck with the koalas in Australia. And tell Ronnie I say hi.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Brandon.
See you.